Previous big is a big day. I said after that we get an attempt to go lower and higher and so on. Today, this morning, I wanted to see the same thing, an attempt to go lower and then going back high, because this is a this is a daily uptrend. Okay, it's an uptrend. The 20 MA will tell you that. And really, market is not doing much, not doing anything actually. We tried to go higher at first, and then we came back to try and make a new low, and then we called that a range, right? So now we're stuck in a range. What's wrong with my mouse? Yeah, something's wrong with my mouse. SUNE without us, I see that. I see that. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that. So SUNE still stayed below 12. Yeah, Yaniv said 12. You can move this. And I said also, we're going to talk about that. That's exactly what the recap is all about today. Those things. So we're going in a range. Market is doing nothing. We had a few decent gaps. Decent gaps. The first one that we played was the DG. Okay, and DG, guys, this is a gap. It's a gap you cannot see, but it is a gap. We closed yesterday at 61.30. Okay, we closed up here, and some people cannot see it, but this is a gap into yesterday's low or just below. I like this, and I said there's room here to at least this area, not the 20. I don't think we're going to get to the 20, but around $60, 60, maybe a little less than that, but 60 would be good. So this I like this morning, and we took this one on, yeah, a little late. This is what I want to talk about. What's the first setup on the DG? It's a G3, right? And we didn't see it. Or maybe the gap is not good enough. Okay, maybe the gap is not good enough to take the first attempt. You're saying, hey, it's too big, it's too small, something's wrong with it. Yesterday's red, or stuff like that. So if it's too big, you just don't jump on the first G3 that you see, okay? Because you don't know which direction this might go yet. It's too early to determine. So actually, what I saw was here. So you don't jump on the first attempt, which is here, right? And then what do I see? I see it trying to go higher. So from here, after the pullback, if this is an uptrend, this should go higher, right? So we get the pullback, and now we expect a rally. When that's not happening, that's why I'm calling it. So I saw it. Yeah, this is my entry. Okay, below times. And if this is taken out, then I can short this. And the stop, I have to use this pivot. I have to use it because I know there's a chance price will come back and retest that area. It happens, I would say, 50% of the times. Okay, I never measured it, but I know there is a chance we will move higher here. So, but I'm willing to take a full risk, a full R loss, and I took it here. Stop is here. There is a better entry, more aggressive, and it's down here, up here, sorry. Okay, Yaniv likes those better. I like them better. Did I catch it? No, I didn't. While I was typing, it went, but this is also a possibility. Then this is confirmation that we may be going to go lower. Confirmation costs you money. This is one of them, one of those cases. So this is the entry, as this is the stop. That's a G5 on the one. That's what we call it. Okay. So now it's working, paying few pennies. Okay. And then if you look at the charts, if you look at the plays while they're going, you will kill it. Why? Because you see the green. Where's he left already? He said he had it. Franco had it, and he said, no, I saw the bottom tail, and I saw the volume, and I saw the spread, and I saw. Well, if you didn't look at it, if you didn't stare it, and tell yourself a story every candle it was forming, then obviously you're in it, right? It's only when you look at the place and start imagining things. Remember yesterday's talk. We bring in fear in. Okay, you bring fear in. Do yourself a favor. You take a play, put the stop I'll tell you if we're out. Believe me, if the system won't, I'll tell you, hey, I'm out. You should be out also. You should have a stop in the system. And I will tell you also if we have profit. Okay, I will tell you that if it gets to profit area. So please don't watch the plays as they go. It will not help you. If you watch a play as it goes, it doesn't mean it's going to run faster in your direction, the other direction. Stop watching the plays as they go. You're doing a damage to yourselves. You're just doing a damage to yourself. Target was 2 hours. We were shy of 2 hours. One of you said, and he's right. Absolutely, we took it here, and this was first profit taking. I said 60, 63. The first time this, you see this, I didn't get filled. This was 60, 64. And then on the second drop, I got a fill on the first, a fill on the first half. Now from here, what do? We manage on pivots, right? So I'm waiting for a pivot and I'm still in it. What am I? Guaranteed winner. Is this a new entry? Yeah, it's possible here. It's possible. A minute, I have half, and now I love my stop even more. 61.0 something. But I have bigger targets for this one. I'm going to let the rest. Now when it gets to 60.60, I'm not going to touch it. Okay, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to let it run to bigger targets. Guys, I used to sit in the trading room and I used to watch the moderator sitting in the trade, and I was out of it long time ago. I know how it feels. It's terrible, just terrible. Look at this. I copied him 100%. I took the play that we posted, and now how come he's a winner? I'm a loser, or I'm flat, I'm break even. Well, you can't manage it 100% like me, so you don't have the same results. So my rule tells me 5-minute pivots. That's what I'm doing, and I'm loving it, really loving it. I hate the fact that it came back all the way. It shouldn't do it. It shouldn't do it. I took a peek here and there, and I saw it here, and then I said, somebody asked, can we move the stop? If you wanted to move the stop to 85 because if you wanted to be break even, you will be break even. Then that's it. And now you will feel terrible. Okay, well, it's not a winner yet. I'm making a I already drinking the champagne. It's not a winner as I want it to be, and maybe it will not be. Maybe it won't. But at least I know I managed it right. I managed it like any other play, and I didn't give myself discount because I was down already on another trade. I was up on another trade, so now I'm going to kill everything here because I'm up already for the day and stuff like that. I'm going to manage it every time the same way. Okay, the same way because I know this system works. I want to enjoy bigger moves, and in order to do that, I have to use bigger time pivots, not just the 1 minute. If I use the 2 minutes on this one, I would be out, yeah, at 80, 80, 81, 82 here. So you can kill it here. If you're using the 2 minute, this would be your stop. But I don't manage on 2 minute pivots. I manage on 2 minute pivots when I'm at target. I'm not even close to my target. Okay, there's room on the daily. So the lesson here today is, well, if you want to follow me 100%, you have to manage it 100% like me. So if we took a play together and I'm saying I'm going to stay in it, you have to stay in it. You have to. Okay, if I said I can't because you want to copy me or you want to do the same thing or the same place. Remember, I think it's impossible and I don't want you to do that. I want you to be your own boss. Hey, the DG, I don't think it's a good gap. Yaniv told me I don't think it's a perfect gap. I agree. I agree. It just gapping below yesterday, and I like it, and it's footing around there, and there is room to target there. Okay, it's not a perfect gap, absolutely not. I agree. Okay, but again, money management is the key. Remember, we saw a G5, a G3. How do you manage it? Okay, if you manage it on a 2-minute pivot, you're not going to get far. Okay, as far as targets. And one thing I need to do is stop talking about it because while I'm looking at it, what am I doing? Imagining things, right? Look at this. Look at the bottom intel. Oh, here's another one coming. There's another. That's it. From here, we're going to go higher. You're just creating your own stories and excuses. Should I get out now because of the bottom intel? Maybe volume. You start imagining volumes and stuff like that. There's one in the manual like GDG. Okay, I know which one exactly. I think exactly, but I know this pattern. The G5, I know exactly which page you're looking at. I know exactly which one, Bill. It's from a G5 first example. And I always, when I talk about it in the seminar, I apologize and I say it's not perfect because it's somewhere here. Somewhere, yeah. In the book, you have something like that. This is what you have in the book here. Just the first example of a G5. Guys, I taught the seminar 10, 15 times. Look at that example of the G5. Good call, Bill. I don't know, hopefully. But let's stop jinxing it. All body mental, we have to get out. All green, all volume. Guys, stop looking at the place. Go make a coffee. Put a stop, set it, forget it. Where's Nana? Nana is off today. She can test. If Nana, yeah, we have a party and I don't know if she's going to be there talking. I'm trying to convince her. But we have someone else coming on and tell about himself. And any of you, if one of you wants to come on during that party, would love to hear you. So DG is one play. We had one more, and here I have bruises in my leg because I did something that I shouldn't. And that's exactly what I just said about the DG. If I wasn't here watching it and imagining patterns, I would be still in it. Okay? The problem is the DG wasn't a winner at that time, and this was the entry. I will tell $1 million in gains. Okay, we have a deal. So the SUNE, what's the pattern on the SUNE? 5 minutes, I guess we looked at the 1 minute. That's Yaniv's call, right? Or my call also. This was my call. Under this, we're trying to go higher. We're trying to go higher. We're trying to go higher. We can't go higher. How do I know? We shouldn't break this area. And we did. So this was the entry. And really, after staying here for a long, long time, I want to be at low today immediately. Really, it was shy a few cents from target one. I think it was here, target one, 1182, we said, or something like that. So when I get this, trying to go higher and cannot love it. Okay, now it's basing. Why is it basing? Should it base here? It shouldn't base here. After 3 candles, it looks like this. We should go lower. Okay, we should go lower. Well, sometimes they fool around. That's what Mr. SUNE did here. Okay, so I look at this base and I said, you know what, at this point, if we're going to trade over this base again, which is over $12, okay, I'm not interested in this. Okay, and what I'm seeing at that point was maybe this is going to be what we call an uptrend. Okay, see this? So we get a drop. From here, we have an attempt and a failure. This should fail. Okay, so it struggled with the 12, 1199, 1198, 1202, 12. It struggled with the 12 and then looks like wants to go higher. I killed it here with a penny or two loss. Okay, and I killed it here. And I'll tell you, if I've used set it and forget it, here's a case that it worked again. You put the stop up here or whatever we said, and you just leave. It doesn't mean anything. You know what? You know, the place that you know, that place teaches people how to really behave with whole numbers. They really put so much attention to that whole number. Ask any, we came from there, right? The whole number, the whole number. And for me, it's nothing. It's just another number. Ask any. Told me, hey, here's a whole number. I said, this is just a number. It's a station. We're going to move on. And this is maybe, was this a mistake? Money, I mean, my stop is not emotional. My stop is technical. I looked at the base. Okay. I looked at the trend. And I said, if we cross that line, if we go over this base, I don't want to be there. Okay. But 1 second, you would be target 2, but it made me nervous. Yeah, don't watch it. It won't make you nervous. Just put the stop. If you have a stop in the system, you have nothing to worry about. Really nothing to worry about. Just set it and forget it. Okay, stop staring at your plays. It's not going to help. So this is the SUNE, and if you managed it on a 5-minute pivot, going back to the trailing method we used, okay? Here's a 5-minute pivot. Assuming you stay there. So I said, now you have a pivot. $12. Then Yaniv came. He said, now you have another pivot over 12. You shouldn't be there. Okay, it never printed over 12. This is become really nice, and this is, I don't know if Dolores still have it. This is one of the better gaps today, guys. This is the one of the, this is probably the best one after the one we deleted. I had one that I liked more. Breaking the term, the long term and everything. You don't have it. I'm gonna kill you later, Dolores. Come to my office. We need to talk. You have to stay in these longer. You have to learn how to stay in the big winners, in the winners, not the big winners. You don't know it's a big winner. You have to learn how to stay in those. If anything, then do 5-minute pivot for a stop. Yeah. You know what? If you don't want to do um, half the amount of shares you want on a 5-minute pivot, at least leave something. Try to do it. Try to do it with 100 shares. Try with something. Start with something and you'll see you will do magic with this. Sometimes just the last 100 shares or 200 shares will make you more money than the rest. Okay, so give it a chance to work for you. Market is at below the base and this is building a base here. So SUNE, beautiful thing here. If I've used 5 minutes for the stop, we don't exactly, Tyler, exactly. But people think the other way. If I'll take it here, I would be break even for the day. If I'll take it here, we're down only 1 hour. Don't base your decision on history, on earlier trade that you took or something. Yeah. Okay, so I want you to learn how to stay in the bigger plays. Let me see something here. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So this is SUNE, really, really, really the best gap today that maybe not looking back now and saying, hey, this being the best gap, I shouldn't treat it with a 2-minute chart. Shouldn't be aggressive on the stop. Let it breathe. But that's after the fact trading. That's garbage talk also. Yes. You took it out break even. Me too, Aaron. I made the same mistake. It's not really a mistake, but it's a mistake. Okay. It's pretty much closer to a tier 1 gap, and we should have let this one play. This was also spready. Don't forget, this was spready. This was wide. Look at the open, the way it traded this morning. This was wild. Look at this. 1170, 1230, came back down here, went up. This was wild until it came down. Below 12, it's relaxed, right? Oh, below 12. Now it's really, what's the target on this one? I don't know. I don't know. Look at the daily. You tell me what's the target. There's no target here. We have to let it pivot on the 5. Okay, let it pivot on the 5. Let me see this. Okay. 1208, exactly. Yeah, Yaron, it's exactly what it is. But again, I showed you the 1208 not only in my head, I showed it to you on the chart. What does it mean to me? Okay, so those two really are the one we call. There's another one that fooled us today. Didn't really fool us. It's the SanDisk. SanDisk is in an uptrend, and today with this gap breaking it. What's bothering me with the SanDisk is this area, right? We have a pocket there. And we looked at the SanDisk. That's why we didn't attack it here first thing. We looked at the SanDisk and this moving higher. And Yaron at this point mentioned, hey, how about we're going to start looking at the SanDisk or somewhere here. And I like the fact that it's grinding higher here to the moving averages. And then we said under 90. I forgot what the call was. Was under this candle, I believe. Or under this candle, one of the, 1 second. If you have 100 shares left after target 1 and you got target 2, yeah, that's a problem. For example, Roman, on that um, on Fusion, you cannot take 100 shares and split them to 2. On DAS, you can do 10 shares, 20 shares, so no problem there. You keep taking quarters. But if you're on Fusion, if you have 100, you reach target, you have to take them all. You have to just take them all. Sometimes if you have something with, I don't know, if you take 100 shares or 200 shares of something, you just have to manage it. 2 hours half, another hour you can take the whole thing, or another hour you can take the whole thing. But it's really tough to manage like that. Um, that's when you trade with the smaller size, you're facing this issue. After that, when you grow up as a trader, you don't need that anymore. You don't have the problem. You take 1,000 shares, you kill half, you kill 200, then you have 300 left, or the other way. It doesn't matter. But again, this is only at the beginning. You have the issue with the 100 shares. So Yaron is mentioning that SanDisk has a G5. A G5 here. Yeah, that was the G5 we looked at here. Sorry for my lines. Let me delete some. Yeah, we saw this trying to go higher here. And maybe this will be the entry later, right? The area when we got in, it shook us out here. And there was another attempt to go higher. When you see those, that's a G6. Look at the manual. Got the drop. You got what you need. When you see this, failure to go higher, failure to go higher. Remember, look at the manual. The manual will show you an example with 2 tails. Okay, here you don't see the tails. The manual will show you an attempt to go higher and a tail. Maybe if you look at the 1 minute here, you'll see a tail. But this is an attempt to go higher that fails. Here's another one here. So when we realize that, maybe we should have attacked here under this, and we could have used maybe 66 as a stop, and then it just went, just went. 1 second. You consider using a stop above previous resistance at 10:05. Let's see 10:05. 1 second. 10:05. Yes, 66.17. That's a great area. That's a great question. Look at this 66.17. If we use this, we'll be in the play 66.12, 66.16 to the penny. Look at this. So what did we do? We used what was the call? I forgot what was the stop here. 66.06. We used the whole number plus few pennies. We used this. You see this? Wasn't enough. If we have used this, and now your stop is 10 cents bigger, so risk reward is a little off. So if you use this, you'll be still in the play. If you have the last order, you wait for the new stop. Yes, you didn't get hit. Oh, okay. For you, I know you had the slippage issue, but you shouldn't talk like that. There's no hit. There's 1 hour down. That's it. If you have the last quarter, you wait for the new stop. Take partial on target 4. Hey, leave it to the end of the day. I'm going to trail 5-minute pivot Gilad until market will tell me you have to go home. 5-minute pivot all the way. And for example, that SUNE, I can bring it up again. SUNE, I'm going to wait for a 5-minute pivot here. You don't need to watch it. Now here's a green here. You shouldn't get scared from this. And you can move the stop here. You can't, but you have to take another target here, right? From 12 something that you have it to 11:50. There's probably 4 hours. So here's another quarter, and then the rest, set it and forget it mode. What's the trend? The trend is a downtrend. Okay, so your stop should be, you can do 12. Okay. Oh, MRK. MRK you mentioned, and this is working nice. You mentioned somewhere here, I believe. Was this your MRK 48, 48 or here? I know it was the third setup here. You mentioned it here. This is the first one, second opportunity, third opportunity. This was valid 48.55 by, oh, little guy here, 5 cent stop. So now you have to wait for a 5-minute pivot. So what is it now? If it breaks the low, you can use this little guy here. What's the high? 48.35. You can use this area. Use the 20 MA if you want. Okay. Good find this one, and I wish we had it first thing. This is a decent gap. The MRK, good find. I know you brought it up later. Hopefully you're having fun with it. So this was our recap. Again, don't look at your trades as they go. You're messing up with your heads. You're gonna make decisions that are based on emotions and fear and stuff like that. You don't need that. Okay, use candles to tell you where to stop, not your heart. That's the big lesson for today. You're still in. Good job, Gilad. Well done.